And we're live. Hola, mami. Thank you so much for joining us live today. It is the very first time I'm going live on YouTube. I'm also live on TikTok, and we're very soon going to be going live on Instagram. We are going to be interviewing the founder of Preg Appetit. And I'm super excited.
Recording in progress.
Oh, we're recording now in progress. We're going to be interviewing live the founder of Preg Appetit. So thank you so much for joining us. It's the first time I stream live on YouTube and TikTok. Hi. So if you are able to and you would like to hear the full interview, go ahead and click on the link on my bio and check out our Instagram. So I'm going to go ahead and update my Instagram live with Preg Appetit. And this is a great time to let you know that I have tried their services and it's great. So I'm going to add details. And I think that's it. We're going to check if we can go live now. Hola, mamis. Thank you so much for joining us live today for our live interview with Preg Appetit. I'm just going to go ahead and go live with Preg Appetit. Let's see if it comes out. So we're just going to wait for them to go live. And once they click on it, then I'll be able to request them for him to join. In the meantime, let me go ahead and tell you a little bit about the founder of Preg Appetit. His name is Dan Caglione, and I hope I'm pronouncing it right. He started Preg Appetit to give expecting moms and also new moms a healthy and safe recipes to enjoy while being pregnant and also obviously beyond. Preg Appetit had their registered dietitians go through each and every single recipe just to make sure that they were taking the guesswork and the stress away from you, the mother or the mother to be, so that way you can have healthy and nutritious recipes. Preg Appetit has gone a step further now, and now they offer one-on-one nutrition coaching, and they cater to each individual's goals and needs. I actually went through one of their one-on-one coachings for the first time, and I just scheduled my second one, so I'll let you know all about it. So Dan is a father of 4 amazing kids, Alexa, Tiffany, Olivia, and Michael, and a loving husband to his amazing, supportive, and beautiful wife, Daniela. And we just can't wait to have him join us live. So as soon as Preg Appetit joins us live, then I'll be able to invite him to our live so that we can start our interview. So hopefully he saw, nope, they're not there yet. Okay, so we're just waiting for Preg Appetit to watch our live broadcast and join us live. In the meantime, let me talk to you a little bit more. So lately I've been really focused, or at least I'm trying my best to focus on being healthy and living a healthier life because if you've seen some of my previous posts and updates, I recently had an emergency gallbladder removal and I had a couple complications after that. So I really need to be looking out for my diet. Although some of the surgeons might say that it's not really that necessary to be concerned too much about your nutrition, I believe that it is. Whenever I don't eat according to like a specific diet, then I pay the consequences. I feel horrible, my stomach, just the energy level, everything gets compromised. I get headaches, stomach aches, and I just can't. And it's really sad because I wish there was more help out there, like maybe in like the medical field. Like I am happy actually. First of all, I'm sad that it's not like an automatic thing where like your healthcare providers automatically try to prevent any like diseases. I wish there had been like a preventive way that there we go, that I didn't have to go through like the whole gallbladder removal. And I honestly think that maybe like a healthy diet would have helped. Or maybe I'm wrong. I'm no doctor, right? So of course, as always consult with your doctors for everything. But hey, I'm so happy you're here. Hi, Dan.
Hey, how are you? I'm so sorry. I was live on mine. It was a little mix-up, so I
Oh,
apologize.
no worries. Oh, I missed that. How are you? Very, very happy to have you here.
I'm very happy to be here as well. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing better. Thank you. Doing well. I'm glad you're on live. We're also live on TikTok and on YouTube, so you can hear us anywhere. Let me go ahead and put the volume up. There we go.
Awesome.
So glad I shared yesterday. Actually, I shared a blog post a little bit about you and how you started Preg Appetit. But I would love to hear like it from your own words and tell us a little bit about how like you were inspired to do this.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm actually a father of four. So we have my wife and I have four kids, three daughters and a son now. So what happened was when my wife was pregnant with our first daughter, we had gone to the doctors for a confirmation of our pregnancy. And so we went there and we were, just going through everything. And we were like, yes, she's pregnant. This is amazing. Then they handed us a pamphlet of information. It was like a welcome packet, like you're expecting. Here are some key things that you should know. And there was about this much of a section of foods that they, as being pregnant, that she should kind of avoid, stay away from, and then that was it.
Oh, wow.
There was so many questions about nutrition and about food, and we live in the kitchen, right? We love to cook, we love to eat, we're foodies, right? So we go everywhere. Nice. So I was looking, and we were just trying to figure out, okay, like, this was her first pregnancy. We were Googling, we were kind of stressing, obviously she can't have sushi, she can't have this, she can't, it was like all these different, then you hear from generations previous what you shouldn't eat, what you should eat, and it's like, oh my goodness,
it's overwhelming.
It was overwhelming, right? So we really wanted to understand from how do we make it seem like she's not in, food prison, right? Where it's like, you're only allowed to eat this, right?
Yes.
So I got tired of Googling, and I got tired of, trying to figure it all out myself. So I was able to, I said to myself, you know what? This is, obviously pre-COVID.
Right.
And I said, I want to be able to have a cooking show where we would be able to showcase either a chef or especially someone that's clinical, a dietitian or somebody in the medical field, that really be able to we would be able to show people how to cook it, but also give them an education of what is the food, how is it interacting with the baby and you, the mom.
Oh, wow.
So, with that being said, that kind of, we were filming, we did a couple of episodes, started to get some traction, COVID hit, bam, wow. But we haven't stopped. So, on our social media, we have registered dietitians that go through all of our recipes to make sure that they're safe for pregnancy. Because that's, for you, right, when being pregnant, what's your number one question?
Can I eat this?
Right.
Is it safe for my baby?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that we really want to make sure is everything that we put up that you could thoroughly enjoy, and you're not going to feel like you're in prison. You're not going to feel like you're, I should say food prison. You're not going to,
you're restrained. Yeah.
Yeah. You can enjoy a mocktail and it can taste exactly like there was apple in it, but obviously there's not. And then, like I said, we kind of transitioned to the nutrition program that we have as well, just to really get that one-on-one guidance for expecting moms and then transitioning into the postpartum space.
I like how that happened. It was kind of like a natural move, right? Like first you have like a question, there's like, you don't have an actual answer to, like you have to search everywhere. So you decided to like be that solution for moms. And then now with the one-on-one coaching, it's definitely like the most natural transition to this. So is this like a family business or like, is your wife very involved? Who's involved with the whole, with the Preg Appetit?
So, she is definitely involved. I mean, she's my biggest fan, my number one supporter. She is somebody that tells me exactly what I'm doing wrong and what I'm doing right. So she's, and also with my kids too. They're my taste testers when I come up with a recipe. They'll tell me if it needs to be tweaked or if it's really good. But they also give me some really good feedback, and it was really instrumental with having my wife being involved, going through each pregnancy with her, understanding what some of the education gaps are when it comes to nutrition, starting with the nutrition, right? But then you have to realize that it's overall mind, body, and soul, right? Because if your nutrition is good, you feel great. Your mind is clearer. When you have, her last pregnancy when we had my son, she went through the whole program, and speaking one-on-one with a dietitian, I'm owner of the company, right? We're here. So we have myself, you have my wife, who is kind of in the background of everything, given the direction as far as, what needs to happen from a woman's point of view. Then we have the dietitians, then we have some social media managers and whatnot, and or social media manager, I should say, but also she is a mom, right?
Oh,
So
great.
she understands exactly the content that you guys would want to see. I'm a male, right? I don't know what it feels like to be pregnant.
Right.
I can only be there to support. So that's what we're trying to do.
Oh, that's great.
And then, so, we really, it was more for my wife when she went through the program. Even though I'm the owner, right? I founded the company. She thought it was such an added value to have an expert to talk to, that could reassure her. It's okay to put yourself first right now. You're bearing child, right? You're making an elbow. What did I do? I boiled water for pasta, or I cooked a zucchini something. But she's doing these miracles every single day. So to really make it okay for her to focus on herself for a little bit, to make sure that her nutrition is good, to make sure that any question that she had that support system beyond me. And it's important, and that's what we really want other people to really understand, is that it's okay to invest in yourself.
Yes.
Right? It's okay to focus on yourself, to understand that we are here as a whole support system, from nutrition to mental and way beyond.
Yeah, it's not just okay, it is important, imperative
100%.
that a mother, or either a new mom, or like if you're going through pregnancy, that you do invest in making sure you're okay mentally, emotionally, and obviously nutritionally. And this is a great way. I had the opportunity to try one of the sessions with a one-on-one coach, and it was great. My baby is 1 now, but I think I never went through that, like, nutrition coaching, and I've always been interested. I'm a foodie also. I love food. I love it for the taste, for how it makes me feel. I have an emotional attachment to food. So it's so difficult sometimes to find something that's delicious but healthy, and that I know is going to be, what my body needs. So my question to you is, like, you said you were a foodie. Or do you have any training, like, or were you a chef, or it's just like your love for food?
It was just my love for food.
Oh,
right?
nice.
So it was really just, I've been cooking since I was like 8 years old.
Oh, wow.
Right? My parents were just like, hey, we have a garden in the back. Go pick out the vegetables. Come in. Let's cook. It's just something that's just been ingrained in me. I love it. I love to cook. I like to be in the kitchen. So does my wife. I mean, our kids, everybody. It's where you feel the love, right? You feel love through food a lot, and from our sides. But so we wanted to take that approach and put it into our recipes.
Nice.
To make sure that you can still have a really good palate of food. You can still enjoy. And not, if you want to have a piece of chocolate or a chocolate bar or a dessert, it's okay to have balance in life. So, and that's also what's really important with our nutrition program, is they teach you that and they reassure that, and that's something that I tried to do with my wife, with her going through her 4 pregnancies, right? Is to make sure that, you really have to understand life is about balance, right? Make sure you drink enough water, but if you want to have it, it's okay,
Right. And that's sometimes really difficult to kind of like remember, especially when you're going through that hormonal imbalance when you're pregnant, and to have somebody to reassure you and to know that this is a registered dietitian. They know what they're talking about. Like, sometimes it is in the back of your mind, but that having somebody else kind of like reassure you that it's okay to have, your occasional like dessert. But just balance it with something healthier. And then also having access to healthy recipes that are easy to make, that are, tasteful, and that are okay when you're pregnant. Because definitely one of like the biggest like stresses I had while I was pregnant, I have 2 kids. It was that I was constantly Googling, oh my gosh, can I drink this tea? Like, is this tea gonna make me, my baby come out? Or, it was just always like this constant fear. And if you are able to just let that go, it's like your mental load. It's like it's overload, and then that's one less thing you have to worry about. So that's great. I think that you have the greatest idea, and I really hope that everybody else can see and like try it. And I'm excited to see you. I know you just launched the one-on-one coaching. Was it recent?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we did. So obviously we had a couple of clients that we wanted to just make sure that the value was there, right? Before you even tried it out. So we did that. I had my wife go through it just to make sure that it was there, because she'll give me the honest opinion. That's what I love about her, and she loved it, and then we had a couple other clients that went through it, said the same thing. They realized that it could be an enjoyable experience, right? The whole pregnancy and then transitioning into postpartum, right? Because postpartum is tough too, and it's, if you're nursing, so we have nursing specialists, we have lactation consultants, and then it goes even beyond that, where, the food that you eat, you can then introduce to your child. And how do you do that? And what does that look like? Our dietitians are trained for that. So it goes just beyond, in the postpartum phase, because we get a lot of questions around, well, when does it cut off as postpartum? I don't know. Does it ever? Right? Does it ever? Once you're a mom, right?
Forever.
So and all of our recipes are actually for everybody, right? You don't have to be pregnant or postpartum or trying to get pregnant. They're just focused for that, but everybody in the family can enjoy them.
They're healthy.
So one of the things too that I wanted to make sure, and this was kind of me being a little selfish going through it, was I wanted to eat kind of good too, because I know that pregnancy weight for a spouse or a partner is a real thing, right? That weight gain could be real, right? So I wanted to make sure that I didn't, because I didn't have a baby growing inside of me. It was just straight calories,
Yeah.
So I just wanted to make sure that, everybody can understand that, you don't have to, they're clear and safe for pregnancy, but everybody can enjoy them.
Of course. No, that's great. Now, can you give us some examples of, like, let's say a mom or a soon-to-be mom, she's worried about, her healthy, nutritious, and lifestyle now that she's pregnant. Like, what are, like, 4 tips that you would give her, aside from joining Preg Appetit?
Yeah, make sure you get hydrated, right? Hydration is, it makes the world go round, right? I mean, the more water you can drink, the better it is, just for you, for the baby. Make sure your diet is right, and then when I mean diet, it's a lifestyle, right? So it's to make sure your whole nutritious lifestyle is good, whether you're want to be expecting, the time is now, right? Even if you just want to say, it's in my 5-year plan that I want to, have a family. Well, you got to get your nutrition right now. That way, for you to be able to conceive, you should do it. It makes it easier.
I think that's really important. I don't think we ever think about it that way. We're like, we need to be healthy now for maybe in the future when we are ready to be moms, that our body, that we're healthy enough to be able to go through that process. That's a great point.
Yeah, and I think once you are, it's time to enjoy it, right? So it could be a very stressful time, right?
Yes.
Obviously, depending on what factors you have going on in each individual's life, but it's a happy time, right?
It should be, yeah.
It should be able to enjoy. So our program is here to de-stress, but before you even learn about our program, it's really to embrace what you have going on, right? If you have a growing family, or you have, 1, 2, 3, you get triplets, I don't know. But it's really, the last thing I would say is focus on yourself first and foremost, because the best way for you to take care of others is to take care of yourself first.
Okay. That is so true. And it's like this ongoing theme: before you're pregnant, when you're pregnant, and then after having kids. It's always so important to focus on ourselves. And sometimes, moms, we get so busy with the day-to-day that you forget, like, oh gosh, I need time for myself. And then sometimes it's difficult to request that time for yourself, because maybe you need help from your spouse, maybe you need a babysitter, maybe you need to, like, go to the spa, and sometimes you feel guilty, and then it's reassuring to hear it from somebody else, right? Like, maybe, and I know that your dietitians, they're registered dietitians, they also talk about that balance. And I really like that aspect, that it's kind of like a whole body experience. So I love that. Do you mind going a little bit as far as, like, somebody that's new to Preg Appetit, like, if they were to go and join your program, like, what would be the steps that they would go through, or what is it that they would experience?
Absolutely. So once they come in, we have 2 different packages, right, that they can choose from, depending on whatever is either their time commitment that they would like to do. We have either a half an hour package that you have with one-on-one coaching, nutrition coaching with our dietitian. and everything is completely catered around you. So we don't have anything that's off the shelf that comes in and says, oh, you're 28 years old, you're 32 weeks pregnant, here's what you have.
Right.
No. So right when you come in, you get a questionnaire that the dietitians will be able to learn about you before you actually have your first session with them. That way you can really utilize the time spent with them to get through the groundwork as far as what are your, small, medium, and large goals, what are your short to long-term goals, and how do you want to meet them, right? So it's without being overwhelmed, right? So they're experts in being able to say, okay, let's pump the brakes. I mean, by all means, your first session usually come in with 1,000 questions. Then they just they're masters on just narrowing it down, calming you down, and then letting you know that it's okay. They go through what we have, just similarly, if you're going to go to a doctor, you have like electronic medical records platform. Everything is privacy protected.
That's great.
That's very important.
So important.
So we have our EMR system. You can upload a full journal that the dietitian will be able to go in when you're not in your sessions. She will be able to go in, take a look, leave a comment or two. If you have a question, you can always shoot them an email or you can message them on the EMR. Hey, look at what I did today. Is this okay? They can help set it up before you go back and meet again. So you can utilize your time however you want. 1 month you could do either, if you sign up for the hour sessions, you could do the whole hour, you could do 2 half-an-hour sessions or 4 15-minute. It really does cater around your lifestyle and what you need.
That's great. The flexibility is so important, especially when you're a new mom.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, and one thing can change over the next, right? You could go to you could go to the doctor and they could say you're anemic now, and that throws off all of your nutrition. But that's what's so important. All you do is contact your dietitian. Hey, I went there, and they start working right away, and they're that good. And they'll say, okay, here's 5 recipes that you can include. Preg Appetit recipes, right? Or some other recipes that they might have to say, incorporate these iron-rich foods into your diet, and we'll meet again next week. They can do accountability check-ins, making sure, because it is a healthy weight gain, which is not something that is really noted, right? So I know when my wife was first pregnant, before I even thought about this concept, I said to myself, wow, it's her pass. She can eat whatever she wants.
I know.
It's like, then you can't, right? Because healthy weight gain is 25 to 35 pounds. And what does that look like? Because the baby has to weigh anywhere between, 6 and 10 pounds, depending. But that doesn't leave too much flexibility there. So it's really understanding what that healthy weight gain looks like to help transition to a healthy weight loss in postpartum as well.
No, that's great. Now, let's say there's an expecting mom that doesn't necessarily have it within their budget to have one-on-one training. Do you offer something else for a mother like that?
We have a half-an-hour sessions at $99 for the month. But then really what we have to do is help people also understand that we are here for them, right? So we offer a ton of free content on our website, on our social media. If an individual has it, they could come to us. I'm sure that we could figure something out for a one-on-one basis. But we want all of our viewers to also understand that everything that you see as far as recipes and is cleared by a registered dietitian as safe for pregnancy. So we have a ton of free content that they can be able to go through and thumb through and see. One thing I do want to mention as well is a lot of people nowadays have a flexible spending account through their health insurance.
Oh, okay.
So at the end of every month, we as Preg Appetit will supply what's called a super bill. The super bill is a paid invoice that you supply to a flexible spending account or a healthcare savings account for your reimbursement.
Oh, wow.
So you would be able to pay yourself back with your own money tax-free, which is a great thing. So in a sense, you're kind of, I don't want to say getting it for free, but you're getting it back.
Yeah, it's through your insurance. That's amazing. Right. That's great, actually. Oh, that's a great option. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, we really want to be here to help everybody, and that's why, we want to continue to have the free content. We're going to be doing some live Q&As in the coming months with some RDs that people will be able to join for free.
Oh,
Have
great.
some of these questions go up there once a month on Facebook Live or Instagram Live, where they'll be able to go in and really be able to ask these complicated questions if they can't join or if they don't have it in their budget. But we have a ton of free content on all social media so that they'll be able to enjoy.
That's wonderful. That really shows to the fact that the reason behind Preg Appetit truly is to help mothers become more aware of their nutrition goals and have the tools to be able to do something about them. Thank you for that. I love sharing with my viewers, resources, even if they can't necessarily afford a whole full membership, knowing that there's something free that they can like take advantage of, where they can actually ask you or your registered dietitian's questions. Now, a large portion of my audience, they are Spanish speakers. Do you have any like Spanish speaking dietitians, or is that something in the works?
It's in the works right now. So, we have everything as needed basis, right? So if somebody comes in, if they're Spanish, or if they speak Russian, or if they speak something and that's their native language, and we will work feverishly to get anybody anything that they want to make this transition from being pregnant, if they are pregnant, or if they're trying to get pregnant, or that postpartum phase, as seamless and as enjoyable as possible. That's our commitment. That's
great. That is great to hear. Mommy, you are not alone. If you have any questions regarding nutrition before, during, or after your pregnancy, now you know who to contact. It's Preg Appetit. I will be sharing more information on the blog. Thank you so much for joining us live and sharing everything with us. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
My pleasure. All right. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too. And Mommy, if you're watching this and you have questions, if you're watching the recording, go ahead and comment below, and we'll make sure that Dan and his team get to you. Thank you. Take care. Have a great day, everyone. Bye. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. And thank you